This will be a full breakdown video of the exact strategy that we have used to get Mikey again from 0 to 700k, which is the exact same strategy we used with Nikolai, who we got from 0 to 50k in less than 6 months, which we also used with Costa, who's literally a 16-year-old kid who we got to 30k in one single month, even though he had a very low work ethic and also was about to quit dropshipping, but we forced success on him. And obviously you can imagine that all these people who documented all of their journeys on YouTube came with their own set of problems and with their issues. And today I'm not only going to reveal the strategy itself we used to help them, but also which problems specifically we had to overcome and how you are going to be able to overcome the same exact problems during your journey. Mikey was obviously the very first public case study we had from YouTube channels. Okay, so we had a bunch of other people who already had a bunch of success with the program, but none of them actually had like a YouTube channel documenting their journey. And what you need to understand is how case studies are being portrayed on YouTube. Because when everyone out there just posts a case study on their YouTube channel of a successful student, how it really is, they had 100 students, 2 of them were successful, they post these 2 on YouTube, and then they basically look like they are e-com gods. Well, in reality, it's not difficult to get case studies with just a volume of students. What really is difficult is forcing success on individuals. So imagine we started helping Mikey again and he didn't make money. What would have happened? Well, it would be the worst publicity possible for me. So obviously there was a very big risk we took on paper. But for me, it didn't seem that big of a risk because I just saw how he actually is trying. And I know if somebody's trying, he's going to execute my strategy good. And I also know that if somebody executes my strategy well, they make money. It's as simple as that. We proved it more than enough times, and he was basically failing for literally over a year. He was trying everything. The main thing he did in the beginning, he was switching from strategy to strategy to strategy. And trust me on this, when we picked organic for him, it was not that he was like super talented in making content from YouTube. Like he already was posting good YouTube videos, but his first TikTok organic videos were horrible. Some of the worst we ever saw. I can play one here. It was really, really bad. The main things we looked at was number 1, picking the right products for him. Number 2, just looking over the videos and analyzing what he's doing wrong, which in the beginning, little hint, everything was off. Everything was terrible. So he joined the program right about here on this YouTube channel where he started making his first legit numbers on TikTok in terms of views, but they didn't really convert that much yet. And it just took some time until he actually started seeing real success. He got to 100k a month with like 50% profit margins inside of less than 6 months. This is obviously something which is extremely high. And at this point, he made well over $700,000 in revenue, which is obviously a shit ton of money. What a lot of people started saying with the Mikey thing was basically, yeah, you just got lucky, you picked the right guy and it worked, and that's why he made so much money. Everyone could have done it. This is what I've heard a few times, so I decided to prove everyone wrong again with Nikolai. This guy was a complete beginner, literally made 0 money ever, and I challenged him to make $10,000 in profit in the next 6 months, where if he doesn't, I have to pay $10,000 to 10 subscribers of this channel, which adds up to $100,000, which I would have lost if he wouldn't make money, just to up the stakes so people cannot doubt anything anymore. I'm gonna tell you right now, it was not easy at all with him. He was trash in the beginning as well. We tested like a few products, the Woody hoodie and the Garfield plush. The Woody hoodie, which is a really weird product, but for some reason it works, got 1 million views and made him only $2.8 thousand, which is all right, but obviously not even close to what we needed. Generally with organic, you always have to calculate round about 50 to 70% margins. Let's just take the lowest one for all of them because I don't have every like number on top of my head, but let's just always divide it by 2 to have the profit number. So in this case, it's 1.4k, we're off. Then with the Garfield thing, he got 10 million views, but only made $900 in revenue, which sounds awful. You might think to yourself, if I get 10 million views and only get $900 in profit, what's even the point? 10 million views is such an absurd amount. It sounds so difficult to attain, and you only make that little money. Well, that's not really the case usually. This is a very low converting product, which makes it very easy to go viral. It literally takes a few minutes to make a video on this one, and you blow up really really easily. However, the trade-off is you don't make crazy amounts of money with this. Now, $900 from 10 million views is insane. All right, that was way lower than usual. What you should be expecting here is like $500 per million views, which would end up making like $5,000 on 10 million views, which is not bad, but you obviously need to make way more. And we have people who have hundreds of millions of views on this product alone. In the program, we have also case studies with them. There you actually start making real numbers. The next product he tested was the fidget blaster. This is a perfect product to show that the real thing which matters is the skill of your video creation. He made some money with this. It was like $6,000, and that's all right. But we have people who made $700,000 with this product. All right, so the discrepancy is very, very big. And only difference between these people is the skill level. How good is your content? So this shows really, really well that a winning product is not enough if you don't know what you're doing with the videos. There's definitely levels to content creation, and you can make money with decent content, but you can't make ridiculous amounts of money with okay content. You have to have great content to actually make it work. And also you have to combine it with a good product. And this is the main thing we always do with everybody in the whole program. We literally just look over all the products you find. We tell you which one is a good, which one's bad. And then we basically tell you, all right, do this, and now we're just going to have to work on the content because we know for a fact the products are good. Now let's just work on making great content for that, and we're going to constantly have calls where we improve everything with you. Now, even all of that only made him like probably like $10,000 in total. So with all these products on organic only, he didn't make enough money to beat the challenge. And the next product he tested, which I'm not going to be able to reveal here, was a perfect product for Facebook as well. And that's why we also tested that product on Facebook at the same time. And it just blew up $40,000 in like how much? 2 months or so. And the reason for this is two things. Number one, our expertise for years was paid ads. All right, we know exactly what to do on paid ads. We made millions of dollars on there. We came from that world into organic. It's not like everyone else in the whole organic space, literally everyone who's good at organic has no idea about paid ads. What they're all doing is just capitalize on the low-hanging fruits. What they're basically doing is this. They're making a bunch of money with organic, which is literally just the tip of the iceberg. And then they don't take these creatives and transform them into perfect Facebook ads. They don't understand what a good Facebook ad is because it's not the same thing as an organic video. And they also don't understand what a good Facebook product is because it's not even close to the same thing as a good organic product. We always have that in the back of our head. We think, all right, can this product also, on top of being a good organic product, be transferred to paid ads? And that's part of the advanced product selection. So if somebody already made a bunch of money with organic, we want to try to pick something for them, which also can be converted onto paid ads. And now it doesn't matter if it's TikTok and Spark ads or Facebook ads. Usually Facebook ads is where you make the most money when you transfer it to paid ads. It's just a fact that none of these organic guys have any idea what they're doing on Facebook. It was so much fun to prove everyone wrong, again, with this case study right here. Because he literally ended up making over $50,000 in the first 6 months of doing dropshipping, which is really good for a kid who just started out. But we didn't end it there. Because we also saw how this Costify guy, who has a massive YouTube channel as well, started doing dropshipping, and he made like $1,000 in a year of dropshipping, which sounds horrible, but for him it sounded decent because he was like 15 years old back then. But he was literally a perfect example of somebody who was literally about to go in the completely wrong direction. He made a little bit of money with organic. He never posted a video in his life to the US market, and he also kept doing other things. Like he kept switching strategies 25 times. He started buying inventory for weird things, and he was just doing a bunch of mistakes. When we started working with him, I started freaking out after a few weeks because I just saw how he doesn't do what we tell him. We got a little bit too confident. We expected people to do what we tell them because they have a YouTube channel, I guess. But that was just a flaw in logic because we had this great experience with Mikey, a great experience with Nikolai. But the Costify thing started off really bad because we didn't see him execute on what we're telling him. And that's why we started tracking everything he does. We implemented a Google Calendar structure where we just took a look at actually everything he's doing. He had to track everything perfectly. And if he wouldn't do that, we would have stopped working with him. Because I can only help you if you do what we tell you. If you constantly are questioning and half-assing everything, it's not going to work. I'm not here to pretend like my program works for everyone. It's just not the case. It only works if you execute on it. We know we have a really, really good strategy, which literally always works if you put in the work. Now, the first task we gave him here was making a list of like 50 to 100 products, and then we approved the best ones, and then basically started roasting all his videos. His upload schedule changed completely. He was never testing multiple products at the same time. And what we told him is, bro, 4 to 6 videos per day is the minimum. And you cannot even really do that for one product except for doing like weird country strategies. But the main thing we decided on is him testing a few products at the same time, which you always should be doing. And we picked a few good products, which was one, the reed roller, and then the sewing thing, and it didn't work. We had a lot of calls with him, looking over his content, explaining everything and trying to make everything better, looking over his products as well. One product we also picked for him was the fidget gun. Good product, so we picked it for him. He found it himself. We didn't hold off on this as well. This started making more and more money. He had like $500 a day, then he had a $3,000 a day. So he ended up making $23,000 in revenue and $13,000 in profit in just a couple of months, or actually it was 1 month only. He went from making $1,000 in revenue in one single year to getting $13K in profit in one single month. Massive difference. How he did it is basically by blowing up on YouTube Shorts with like a few videos. One got 2.2 million views, and then there was a few other viral ones as well. Now with Costify, I want to make it clear, he made it work for 1 month, but that's not enough. You cannot live off this. You need to make money consistently, and we're currently in the progress of getting him there. But obviously it's a much more difficult task now, because I'm going to tell you a secret. If you are 16 years old and you have over $10,000 in your bank account, you literally feel wealthy. You actually think you are rich, you made it. I can already see that he starts chilling more and more and more, and let's see where this is gonna go, but hopefully he's gonna actually be able to stay on the path, do the right thing, and keep executing. Next person is Dave. Dave has a very interesting story, also has a pretty big YouTube channel in the dropshipping space, one of our students as well, and what he did is he found a winning product before he even knew me a year ago. Okay, that was a Facebook winner, and that winner ended up making him a whopping amount of negative $50,000. He lost a shit ton of money. How this happened was very, very simple. He didn't understand what taxes mean. This guy basically saw the Shopify dashboard, which is looking highly profitable, did everything right, but forgot that if you sell to Germany, there's this weird thing. If you live in Germany, sell to Germany, there's this thing called VAT tax, and you have to pay 20% of your revenue, which basically made him unprofitable. He didn't know that. When I looked at the numbers, I asked him, do you understand this? He's like, wait, what are you talking about? Why do I have to pay this? And I explained everything to him, and I was like, damn, all right. He basically instantly understood he's losing money every day, and we had to stop most of the ads. And that simple change saved him probably another like $150K. Because if you just keep going, the government is not going to come for you until years later. You can make money for a year or two without anybody catching on to it, but at some point they're going to see it, and at some point they're going to want their money. This is obviously something you need to make sure that you're doing the right thing in. If you live outside of Europe, this is not even a thing you have to think about. But if you live in Europe and you sell to Europe, there's definitely the risk of you having to pay VAT. So you need to make sure that you're careful with that. He joined the program, and then he started to actually make money with organic. In the last few weeks, he made over $20,000. The case study is also going to come soon. He also made a public program review, how his experience was with us. And by the way, him and his brother, they're working together. I already know for a fact they're going to make a lot of money. They are locked in. They're actually dedicated. It's a very, very clear thing to me that they're not going to stop doing it until it works. And they have very good reasoning for that. I love these guys. They're just actually motivated to make it work. Now, the next guy is Anthony Fernandez. He also has a little YouTube channel. He didn't make money, joins the program. And then he also made over $5,000 in 10 days with one single product. And he also is in school. He's a kid. But with him also, I can tell he's locked in. He's going to also make it work for sure. So that is it. Now, all of this was only the YouTubers, all right? The people who have a YouTube channel. We obviously have a big majority of the company who don't have their own YouTube channels documenting their journeys. And that's why we have this playlist right here, which basically has around 100 more people who made ridiculous amounts of money with our program. All right, you can just keep scrolling in here endlessly, and every single week for the last year, we're uploading at least 1 to 3 case studies per week with new students. All right, this is all we're doing basically on this channel. And I'm going to tell you right now, we even have way more case studies than we've posted, but currently I'm aiming for shifting the direction of the channel into higher quality case studies and basically leaving the regular ones out a little bit. Because usually how we did it is, if we scroll down here, for example, like every few days we're posting a case study with a new person, and it's just like an interview with that person and me talking. What we changed up recently is having like live filming sessions with them and them live editing the product, just so you have an even more deep understanding how they're doing it. But the challenge with that is they already have to have stopped selling that product, because obviously they're not going to reveal a current winner, which makes it a little bit more tricky for us to keep the standard high, but still post like 3 case studies a week, which we did at some point, but we realized the channel started just tanking in views because everybody apparently was sick and tired of the amount of case studies, or just too many. And also, by the way, I've got this comment a few times where people think, yeah, I can make all these people successful, but for whatever reason, I can't get my own stores to become successful, and I'm not even doing dropshipping, I'm only doing mentoring. This is one random store, which we started a few months ago, which made almost 5k yesterday. This is another store which made around 2.4 thousand pounds, which is like $2.8 thousand yesterday as well. This together is like $7.7 thousand yesterday alone. And we have other stores, we have much bigger stores. I'm going to link a video right here where I reveal those as well, but I think you get the point from only this. Besides that, how is the program actually structured? If you're starting out as a complete beginner, you start out at a certain level, and if you start out as somebody who already has experience, you're obviously going to start later down the line. So I'm going to go through the process right now and pretend that you have no idea what you're doing, you're a complete beginner. So step 1 is you order a beginner-friendly product that we just give you. Beginners have no idea what they're doing. The goal we have with a beginner is not that they make money right away, is that they learn the skill of going viral. So what we're going to give you is a product which is just the testing grounds of virality, which specifically choose products which are very easy to go viral with, just so you understand and learn how to actually go about posting videos, how to get into filming, editing, and all these things. So you're going to learn how to set up and warm up accounts on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You're going to learn the basics of how to film and edit. And then when you hit your first video, which has like 100,000 views, you're going to get to the next stage. Now, here, this is not difficult. Getting a video to 100,000 views with a beginner product is very simple if you just have the basics down. So after that, you're going to make a list of 100 to 200 products using our criteria and put them on a sheet. 100 to 200 products sounds like a lot, but in reality, it's not that crazy, because while you're going to film all of this here, you're also going to be doing product research for when you're done with this. So you're going to have a few weeks to do this. And in some cases, if you already have really good ones after putting 30 or 50 in the sheet, we're going to review that and give you products to test right away. We look over that sheet, we tell you which one is good, which one is bad. You're going to order the top ones. And when they arrive to your home, you're going to start posting videos. Here, a little disclaimer, we have 0 people who posted 1,000 videos and didn't find a winner. 0. It's proven to work if you just put in the work. Now, 1,000 videos is a lot. Keep that in mind. But you're going to post the videos, and then you get one-on-one revisions, where we're going to have one-on-one calls with me, my top students, and basically we're going to look over the content you have, and we're going to tell you, all right, this is what to change, this is good, this is bad. And the program is generally structured in 4 things. Number 1, a video course, which just gives you the basics. Number 2 is a WhatsApp group with only you, me, and the coaches, no other students. And it's going to be basically us reviewing everything you do. Every time you have a question, you just put it in there. If you think you're shadow banned, if you don't get any views, if you went viral and you don't know how to build a store, whatever it is, any question you have, we have already answered it probably 100 times, because we've been doing it for so long and nothing is new to us. And basically the point of it is get better and better until you find winning product. And winning product usually makes anywhere between 10 and 50k in profit per month. Now with these winners, if you don't do the right things, are going to be one-off things. So you made your 50k and then you have a dry spell for the next 5 months. If you don't implement the right strategy in either scaling your product with creators or with paid ads, that's the only way to do it. So what we're going to do is either we're going to connect you with creators, who basically we have an infinite amount of, and we're just going to get people to post things for you as well, and you just give them a commission of the sales you make. Or if the product suits paid ads, for example, weed products, obviously you're not going to be able to do on paid ads at all, but it depends on which products you're having. We're going to be either able to scale them with creators or with paid ads, or with both in the best case. This is where you actually build a brand and make the real money from. And obviously, this is going to definitely take some time. Now, what you can do right now is if you want to apply for the one-on-one mentorship I just described, you can just go onto my website and basically go through this. And if you want, check out all the case studies here as well, which we have. But right now, what you should be doing is clicking here to apply now and basically going through this type form. And please enter your data properly here. We're going to ask you a bunch of questions. We get a lot of applicants every single day, so make sure to take your time with this application and actually fill it out properly, because we're rejecting around 70% of people who apply. Okay, if you're interested, click the link below and I will see you very, very soon.